I just officially filed my notice to vacate my apartment on April the 30th, 2012. It's currently February 28th, 2012, and I don't graduate until July 21st, 2012. So I've got 3 months in there where I don't have a home. So I'm living in my car for the summer. My car is a 2006 Hyundai Elantra, white, Pennsylvania plates, because that's where I'm from originally. I'm going to be sleeping in it, living in it, spending most of my time in it. How am I doing this? We'll talk about more later, I'm sure. In short, I have a place to shower because we have a recreation center that I can go to, and I have a place to prepare some food at my job at Ball State, my assistantship. And so that covers those two biggies, and I'm sleeping in the car. I plan on removing the backs of the back seats and sleeping between the back seats and the trunk, which I'm sure you'll see footage of later. So that brings us to the question, why am I doing this? Why would you ever choose to live in your car for 3 months in the summer in Indiana? The average temperature is probably going to be in the 80s most days, getting into the 70s and maybe the 60s at night, but probably the 80s or low 90s during the day. So it's going to be warm. I will have places to go with air conditioning during the day. I'll have classes and I'll have space in the library, space at my assistantship when I'm working. So why am I doing this? There's a couple of reasons, really. Reason one is to save myself 3 months of rent. I'm paying about $600 a month for this lovely apartment here, including utilities. And so I'll save myself about $1,800 for the summer, which a lot of people would not think is enough to justify living in your car. And I kind of agree. There will be some added costs, living costs. I'm going to need to customize the car slightly and buy a few things for that. Cooking stove, probably a tarp, those sorts of things. I'll probably be driving a little bit more and using a little more gas, just because I'll be able to store less food, and those sorts of details. The second reason I'm choosing to live in my car for the summer is a question of focus. I'm making an intentional choice not to have an apartment for the reasons that an apartment is very distracting. It's very, I'm in a groove here, I waste a lot of time here, I relax here, and I'm not very productive when I'm sitting on my couch at home. And I'd much rather be doing other things with my life, not necessarily working. I don't want to work all the time at all, but I want to encourage myself, some would say force myself because I'm in my car, to force myself to get outside, to exercise more, to even just sit outside when the weather's nice instead of sitting in here on the couch in the air conditioning. It's for creative inspiration to kind of feel how it, I don't know what I'm going to run into, and that'll be very interesting and very challenging and very intriguing to figure that out. Living in my car is also going to prevent a lot of time wasting. There's times when I'm in my apartment and I waste a whole entire day on the couch watching TV, playing games, that sort of thing, surfing the web. I do too much of that. And nothing productive gets done. So my goal is, by putting myself in an uncomfortable environment, I'll be choosing productivity more than choosing not productivity. It kind of falls under effectiveness versus efficiency. Tim Ferriss, in his book The 4-Hour Workweek, talks about that, and he says that he used to be a big fan of results by volume. That is efficiency, not effectiveness. And I am very much the same way at times. So this is my attempt to become more efficient, or more effective, rather, while still being efficient at the things that I choose to do, but being effective in choosing what I do. The third and final reason for this is I'm potentially considering buying a better car for living in, a station wagon, small minivan, something like that, and living in my car and traveling the U.S., potentially traveling the world. I'm 23. I've traveled a decent amount. I've been all over the East Coast. I spent some time in Memphis. I've been out to California. But there's so much of the U.S. I haven't seen. There's probably 25 states I haven't even been to. And so I'd love to get to a lot of those. And this is preparation to find out what's going to be an issue, what's not going to be an issue, what'll work, what won't work, for that potential adventure.